Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Molly Hendrickson with the latest from Denver 7. The mayoral race is over, and Mayor Michael Hancock will keep his seat for 4 more years, bringing in 56% of the vote to Jamie Gillis's 44%.
Denver 7's Micah Smith has reaction from both sides.
Over the past few weeks, we've seen a lot of political finger pointing from both Mayor Michael Hancock's campaign and challenger Jamie Gillis's camp. But for the past few days, both sides have expressed regret over the personal attacks, and last night Hancock and Gillis shared kind words for each other. Gillis told supporters she called Hancock and congratulated him, and Hancock told his supporters Gillis ran a spirited campaign and thanked her for her willingness to serve Denver. Hancock went on to discuss his past achievements and his plans for the future, and Gillis vowed to continue to work for the city.
I'm so proud of all that Denver has achieved over the last 8 years because we did this together. Nowhere else in the entire country has a city pulled together after recession like we did.
For every woman in our city who has been told, no, it's not your turn. For every woman who has been told you don't have enough experience, or you're not smart enough, or you're not strong enough, or you are just not enough, period. For every young woman and girl who is a leader in her school or her community and is looking for a role model and someone to say, I ran for you.
Mayor Hancock was joined at his watch party by Denver's first black mayor, Wellington Webb, and former mayor, now presidential candidate, John Hickenlooper. Reporting from the City and County Building, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Thank you, Micah. Results of Denver's runoff election continue to come in overnight. Several races are separated by only hundreds of votes.
These results won't be made official until June 13th, so things could still change here.
Here are some of the latest updates since last night at 10. Candy Sitabaka increased her lead over former City Council President Albus Brooks. She now holds 52% of the vote to Brooks's 48% in District 9.
It looks like leadership in District 10 will change hands. Chris Hines leads incumbent Wayne New with 53% of the vote to 47%. And the closest race is for clerk and recorder. Paul Lopez and Peg Pearl are separated by only 253 votes, with Lopez holding the slim margin.
Denver voters also voted overwhelmingly in favor of Initiative 302. Any future Olympic bid now, winter or summer, will go to a vote of the people. This includes whether the city could use taxpayer dollars or resources to support that bid. Again, the results don't become official until June 13th. The election office is still accepting military and overseas ballots. In the meantime, you can find all the election results right now on thedenverchannel.com. We have the most updated numbers posted there.
Those of you in northern Colorado will want to be aware you'll see a massive emergency response, but no, this is just a drill. Teams from more than 100 agencies in Larimer County will be part of a full-scale disaster exercise today. Exercises of this size only happen once every few years.
In the event that we had an actual emergency, we'd have all hands on deck. So getting many different agencies involved and participating in whatever capacity they would be in helps us understand where our weaknesses and our strengths are and helps us better prepare for these disasters in our community.
The exercise is at the Justice Center in Fort Collins and the Ranch Events Complex in Loveland. You may notice all the activity and see some road closures. The exercise starts at 8. It goes until 3 p.m. A similar exercise will happen today at the Civic Center building in Centennial. The city will close the building from 2 until 5 today, so the city and Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office can make sure they're ready in case of an emergency. If you have kids, they're probably about a week or so into summer break. Are they getting bored yet?
Parents can often struggle even more during the summer months to keep their kids off of electronic devices.
And this morning, Denver 7's Nicole Brady is looking into how to strike a balance, starting with ways you can make those devices more educational.
We looked into a few different online programs that are free and educational as well as entertaining. Google has created something called CS First that teaches kids how to code. And this one's mostly for 9 to 14-year-olds. It uses games and different activities. And then, yes, there's Carmen Sandiego. She's back, this time via Google Earth. Google has created a new game for a smartphone or computer where you can do all the things we did with Carmen Sandiego. You go to different destinations, talk to the locals, and get clues as to her next destination. Just be sure not to spend all your time online this summer.
Set a point where you say, we're done with our tech for today. Now we'll be in each other's face having a good time.
Spending time looking up is certainly important. A study last summer of summer camps where they took the phones away found that 69% of campers were actually glad to have a break from tech. But we know that most kids will probably ask for a device sometime this summer when they get bored. So now you have some options on where to send them. Nicole Brady, Denver 7.
There is now a new highway attraction along Highway 145 between Telluride and Cortez in the southwest corner of our state. Take a look at this, the 8.5 million pound boulder that fell on the highway during a rock slide will stay put. Governor Polis says to save taxpayer money, a new road will be built around the massive boulder. It will be named Memorial Rock since the rock slide happened Memorial Day weekend.
Today, the price of a switchable HOV transponder for express lanes increases from $15 to $18. That's because of a change in the way the sales tax is calculated in our state. The price covers the cost of the transponder and shipping. The $18 will be deducted from the $35 required to set up a new express toll account. That leaves a balance of $17 to be used on tolls. The transponder is free if you only plan to use it for HOV. You'll have to pay if you do decide to use it for tolls.
We've been telling you about our state's historic snowpack for some time now. It's only growing, and new numbers released yesterday have our state's snowpack at 571% of normal. In the southwest corner, that number is 1,168% of normal. Officials say Coloradans need to be aware of the potential for flooding.
We do have a number of rivers and watersheds that we're watching closely, and we may see some isolated pockets of flooding here or there. But in terms of regional, widespread type snowmelt flooding, I would not say we're expecting that even this year.
Redstone near Glenwood Springs is one of the areas of concern because the Crystal River runs through the village. Redstone is having a community meeting tonight to talk about the threat of runoff and flooding. That meeting is at the Redstone Fire Station at 6 p.m. Lisa has a look at your forecast.
And right now, blue skies. It's another gorgeous morning. You can see here we've got a lot of clear skies, sunshine statewide. But speaking of flooding, there is going to be a concern, in fact, later today into tonight due to some of the heavier rain showers that we could see down across parts of southern Colorado. So there is going to be some pockets of heavier rain, although we're starting off mostly sunny this morning. We'll get to near 70 degrees by about 10:30. And then later on today, early afternoon, 1 to about 2 o'clock, we'll start to see a few of those storm cells developing. Now, these are going to be slower moving storms, so we could see upwards of an inch of rain in just a short amount of time, which would again cause some localized flooding. For Denver, Fort Collins, and most of northeastern Colorado, there will be a chance for a few of these storms and showers. And the risk of severe weather, though it is low today, we could again see the heavy rain. By early tomorrow morning, things will then start to clear out. But here's the flash flood watch that goes into effect at midday today until 9 o'clock tonight, and it's going to cover a good portion of those southern Front Range mountains and foothills as you get a little closer to Walsenburg and Trinidad. Here on the Super 7 day, when we look at that risk of severe weather today with the afternoon storms, it's likely going to cover portions of southeastern Colorado where you see the darker green. Some larger hail and the gusty winds will be possible again today. General thunderstorms expected, though, here along the I-25 corridor through town. Tomorrow, we've got another scenario, same thing, where sunshine will dominate in the morning, and then by the afternoon, we'll see about a 30% chance for some storms. Risk of severe weather tomorrow, it's low again, and then it gets much warmer on Friday. We'll go from upper 70s tomorrow to mid 80s on Friday. Friday, again, a few late day storms. Saturday, low to mid 80s. And then we're tracking a cold front that's going to bring in some cooler weather on Sunday. Highs will be in the upper 60s to near 70 to end the weekend.
South of Redstone in the small town of Lake City, officials are really concerned about the flood risk. The Hinsdale County Emergency Operations Management Team shared this video showing debris piling up at the base of a bridge. The city is making sure to clear the debris since it would only increase the flood risk even more. And one factor that may change some people's minds about the airport is the construction currently happening. DIA is renovating the terminals and moving up the security level. The project was supposed to wrap up by 2021. But issues with unstable concrete are pushing that date back at least a couple of years. That is assuming there are still no more delays.
As more people move to our Colorado, the University of Colorado in Boulder is expanding. Today is the groundbreaking and naming announcement for a new building that will connect the Leeds School of Business to the College of Engineering. You can see from Air Tracker 7 here, construction work is already underway. The new building will include 45,000 square feet of new construction and 29,000 square feet of renovated space. It's a $45 million project. The new building is expected to open in about a year and a half.
The city of Denver is looking at expanding its tiny home village population. Denver City Councilwoman Robin Neach is hosting a public meeting tonight at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church in Denver to talk about potential locations and designs. That meeting is at 6. You'll remember this tiny home village caused a lot of controversy in the Globeville neighborhood of Denver. The village is home to a number of homeless people, and Globeville residents say they were never notified about the move in the beginning.
A new report released overnight shows Denver's housing inventory is at its highest level since 2013. Listings in May were up more than 25% from April, up close to 40% from this time last year. This is the highest end-of-month number of active listings in Denver since November of 2013.
If you love cats and yoga, the Denver Animal Shelter continues an annual event just for you today.
This is the 4th annual Cats on Mats event, starting today at 5:30. It's at the Denver Animal Shelter at 12th and Bayard in Denver. This happens every Wednesday through August.
You just have to bring your own yoga mat and sign up through the shelter's website with a $20 donation. Best of all of the cats are adoptable.
Thanks for watching this Denver 7 Now update.
And make sure you check back here later today for another update and download the free Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great day.